but we talk about AI on this channel quite a bit. And I do want to talk about, like, for example, you and I have something in common. We both made movies that feature Olivia Munn.
Which film of hers was yours?
Well, I worked with Olivia for 5 years when she was at G4. I was a host on G4.
Right.
We worked together. I love her. She's no bullshit. She gives no fucks. She'll say what's on her mind. She doesn't play politics. My time with her was great. So I made a documentary called Attack of the Doc, DOC, a documentary about Attack of the Show. Olivia was a big part of it. Now, I finished the doc in 2023. It's out on Blu-ray and streaming and all that. I used a guy that did color correction, and he used an app that he called AI upscaling of footage that was like shot on like a Moto Razr phone. So would that disqualify me? Because what I'm saying is I think AI is being overused to brand certain things.
The term is
AI.
Yeah, the term is being overused.
Yes. To raise money and as a sales point. So he suggested using this tool to make the footage look better. So at the time I'm like, yeah, that's great. This is, I'm finishing the movie, we're color correcting, doing all our due diligence so I can sell it. Would that disqualify me or not? Like, are there certain
I think you'd have to ask your editor, like, exactly what is this feature? Because a lot of times, especially in the post software, there'll be some kind of like masking or something like this, and they'll go like, and they'll label it now like AI, like they all want to look like, often, whatever is trending, like every company wants to look like they're, at the leading edge of whatever this trend is. I mean, in truth, like if a company's using AI, you're not on the leading edge, you will be left behind. You're not innovating. You're like I'm done. I'm going to regurgitate the past. So a lot of these tools, you just ask your editor, like, was this a tool? What exactly? Because if it's just
like if it's an algorithm versus
just machine learning algorithm, right? That's something they were using before. That's not generative AI. So I would just ask him, like, were you able to use this tool under another name, like in 2022? Yeah.
It's upscaling.
Then it's not generative AI, but you ask him.
But the real AI is frightening. I think it's in some ways, the death of creativity. We had a conversation, private conversation, where I said, it's weird in the world of Star Trek, they don't talk about modern artists in the 23rd century, because art may have ended. You remember we had that conversation? It's scary. And when you look at McDonald's just released, did you see that commercial?
Yeah, Coca-Cola did it too. And I just want to tell McDonald's and Coca-Cola, if you use generative AI for your commercials, you are signaling to your customers that you are running out of money. You're signaling to your stockholders that you are running out of money. And then you're also signaling that you don't care, which makes the customer think you didn't put a lot of care into the manufacturing of your product either. So it's a bad move to make.
Yeah, I completely agree. So that stuff is scary. I mean, my hope with AI, it's all about authenticity. I really believe authenticity is the currency of the future. My friend Robert Meyer Burnett said this. I think it's true in news media. That's why podcasts are so popular, right? Long form conversations and authenticity in news and in art. You know it when you see it. When you see a small little indie movie that might be flawed, maybe it doesn't have like the best of this and that, but there's something in the heart of that movie that's so creative. I was fortunate to see Richard Linklater's Slacker, his second feature film in the early 90s. He sent it to me on a VHS cassette.
Really?
Back then. Well, I mean, I was doing Film Threat even back then. And he sent it to me and I was blown away. That movie is my favorite indie movie, Slacker, by Richard Linklater. It's so authentic. It's a day in the life of Austin, Texas. My hope is that AI will turn into a category. like anime. It's a thing. There's a reason AI slop is a term.
Yeah.
Like people call it AI slop. That everyone seems to use that because it looks bad. And I think there can be, what I'm saying is it's not going away. It may end up being a category. So what are your thoughts on just AI in general? And I think, yeah.
There are, AI in general. I mean, beyond the film industry too, like there's a 40% inaccuracy rate. So like when you see like the Department of War saying, well, we're deploying this app that uses AI that all these military officers can use for I don't know, strategy or attacks or I don't know, just like, okay.
We're going to hand strategy over to AI.
That's probably not going to go well. It's 40% inaccurate. It's not, people are hoping that, wishing that there's this sort of, they do it with prescription medicine too. Like, there's just hoping there's some sort of cure-all, something that'll fix everything. And like, life doesn't go that way. I mean, and also the people that are, trying to sell all this AI and all these subscriptions and stuff, they're hoping you think that too. They're hoping you think that AI will solve all of your scheduling problems, budgeting problems, entertainment problems, health problems, government problems, and it's just silly. It's very snake oil salesmanship. It won't do that. And this is sad, like they are promoting it too in a spiritual sense. And you can see like the language that they're using, it's like, it's always with you. It will always give you wisdom. It will love you. And they'll even use this direct language, like the Sam Altmans and all this, they just seem to like be professional podcast hosts, but they'll say, it's almost spiritual. It's like a God. And I'm like, okay. And in that sense, it's sort of a type of antichrist, right? Yeah. So it's like, we'll always be with you. Yeah, same with God. We'll always give you wisdom. Yeah, same with God. We'll always love you. Okay, same with God. Now, the one thing so the list is like very similar going all the way down, except for this part. God will challenge you, will put challenges in your path so that you can become yourself. Generative AI will never. Your AI assistant or companion or AI wife or whatever would never challenge you. It's very people pleasing. Whatever it is you want to hear, you can have it. And so I use this example of the spiritual, like kind of God replacement thing to say that this frictionless kind of experience, that's what they're trying to sell. You could have that in your spiritual life. You could have that in your government life. You can have that in your entertainment life. We can customize any entertainment for you based on your viewing history. Nothing needs to be different than what you expected. You're never going to be disappointed. You're never going to be challenged. You're never going to have it. Anyway, it goes on and on. Like, we'll customize your news to you. What is it you really want to hear? We'll just customize it to you. So you'll feel like you're getting the news, but
you won't get challenged in any way.
Well,
people pleaser.
Yeah, what I hope is, because I've seen a lot of these commercials now, even at the movies, where people talk to their AI that's going to do this for them, schedule this. There's one with Pete Davidson where he's having a conversation with the AI. The way I see AI, it's like Clippy. Go away. You're annoying. I'll make my own decisions. I don't need you to think for me. I can do it myself. That's a good
comparison, Chris, because like, wasn't Clippy always jumping in where like, I don't need this right now. You want me to do this for you? You want me to do this? No. Shh.
Well, that's the sad thing. It jumped in when it thinks you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awful.